Alright, Shalom Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And hey, I want to get into this article. The book of Daniel is the 8th chapter, and I'm gonna read the first 4 verses. Alright, and as I read it, alright, I'm going to also, through the Spirit, get into some history, proving that the things that Daniel spoke of, mind you, prior to it happening, alright, it's considered prophecy. And we know it happened because we can read it in the history. Alright? From multiple sources. Okay? And just like us, man. You can believe the things that we say. Why? Because they're happening. We speak about the RFID chip. Alright? Which our apostles, the apostle Tahar, alright, you know, he been pushing for Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai for what, 30 plus years? Alright, and it's no coincidence that since he came on his YouTube thing, alright, from my knowledge, his page has been, what is the mark 666? Or what is the 666 mark? Okay? And now we see it come to pass. So the Most High is giving you obvious signs to whom he is dealing with, man. All right, but nevertheless, let's get into this this scripture, Salakia. All right, so this says, in the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, in which, when you look it up, King Belshazzar, which let's actually look it up. Okay, King Belshazzar, all right, which you can actually look him up. It says, Belshazzar was the eldest son of Nabonidus, the last king of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, and regent for his father during his latter's prolonged absence from the city. He may have been killed when Babylon fell to the Persians in 539 BC. Okay, now you see, so going to tell you that the Bible is real, man. The Bible is definitely real. All right. So it says, in the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me. And mind you, Daniel was around the time of the Babylonian Empire. All right, so just keep that in mind as we continue to read. It says, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. All right, after the visions that he received in was that Daniel's the 7th chapter? Okay. It says, in the 1st year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. All right, so Daniel, all right, which his Hebrew name would be Danya'ala, or judge of the power. All right, so him being a prophet, the judge of the power, is here to tell King Belshazzar, all right, his fate and what's to follow. And it says, and I saw in a vision, and it came to pass when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulai. All right, and mind you also, at this time, they were, you know, the Elamites or the Persians, all right, and the Medes, all right, they were vassal states, if that's the right word, Salakia, you know, but they were, you know, they were ruled by the Babylonians. All right, the Babylonians were over them. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high. Now, in these 2 horns, it's talking about the Medo-Persian Empire. But one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. Okay? And going back into history, when you look that up, all right, just a quick Google search. You know, you can do this yourself. I typed in, when did the Persians overcome the Medes? Now it says, by the 6th century BC, the Medes had built a large empire that included the Persians to the east and the Assyrians to the west. However, in 550 BC, Cyrus the Great, all right, which we just read, well, I didn't read all the way down, but when you read into Belshazzar, all right, he was taken down by Cyrus the Great, all right, of Persia, conquered the Medes, acquiring Assyria in the process, which the Median king Arxerxes had taken in about 612 BC. Okay, proving again that Daniel was on point through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. Okay, reading on, and I saw a ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great. Now, when that means now, all right, because we just established that the Medes, all right, the Persians got up over the Medes, all right, which also another thing I want to point out is that a ram's horn is normally curved, all right. So for these horns to be sticking up, going to show you that it wasn't actually talking about an actual ram. Okay, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. And I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great. Okay, now when you go into the history, all right, of this guy Cyrus the Great, all right, or Cyrus II of Persia, it says commonly known as Cyrus the Great, and also called Cyrus the Elder by the Greeks, was the founder of the Achaemenid Empire. The first Persian under his rule, the empire embraced all the previous civilized states of the ancient Near East, expanded vastly, and eventually conquered most of Western Asia and much of Central Asia. From the Mediterranean Sea and Hellespont in the west to the Indus River to the east, Cyrus the Great created the largest empire the world had yet seen. Under his successors, keep that in mind, the empire eventually stretched at its maximum extent from parts of the Balkans, Bulgaria, Paeonia, and Thrace Macedonia, in Eastern Europe proper in the west, to the Indus Valley in the east. His regal titles in full were the Great King, King of Persia, King of Anshan, King of Medes, King of Babylon, King of Sumer and Akkad, and King of the four corners of the world. Okay. So this proves the scriptures to be true. All right, again, it reads, and I saw the ram, which again, the ram is the Persian Empire, ran by who? Cyrus the Great, or Cyrus II. pushing westward and northward and southward. Okay? So there you go. He was already in the east. Alright, so he pushed all over the place, man. Making him what? The king of the four corners of the world. Alright, now the king of the four corners, it says alternatively translated as king of the four quarters of the world, king of the heavens four corners, or king of the four corners of the universe, and often shortened to simply king of the four corners, was a title of great prestige claimed by powerful monarchs in ancient Mesopotamia. Though the term four corners of the world does not refer to specific geographical places within and near Mesopotamia itself, these places were at the time the title was first used thought to represent locations near the actual edge of the world, and as such, the title should be interpreted as something equivalent to king of all the known world. Okay? A claim to universal rule over the entire world and everything within it. Okay, and I'm not going to read on. As I said, I'm just going to read to the 4th verse. But, you know, Daniel 2, Daniel 7, Daniel 8 is basically repetitive. It goes into how you had a king that was basically strong at one point. All right, whether it be the Babylonian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, all right, or the Greeks. They were strong at one point, and then the Most High raised up, nations that was under them, made them very strong, man. All right, for a time, and so on and so forth, which goes to prove too. All right, as the scriptures say, the pillars of the earth are in the hands of the Lord. All right, and as we say, the next in rule is Israel, man. You know, yeah, you know, Jake is fucked up, but hey, it happened before. As far as you know, like I said, weaker, so-called weaker nations, all right, going against a stronger nation, man. You know, which I'm saying weaker nation because we know according to prophecy we're actually stronger. All right, according to Jacob and Esau. But I'm saying as far as our the strength we have in this society. All right, the fact that we on the very bottom. All right, but that's nothing to the Heavenly Father, man, as it is written of in 1 Samuel 2 and 9, 2 and 8. It says he raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. So that's why, as the apostles and elders go into, we have to get into prophecy. Why? Because prophecy, all right, gives you a better understanding of the Lord, which gives us a better understanding of the future. Okay? So, you know, just something quick in the spirit. Lord willing, you Akim will edify. Shalom to the elect.